Okay, almost on time. So, distinguished members of the diplomatic corps from Cameroon, Kenya, Moldova, Nigeria, South Sudan, and Tanzania. Professor Ronit Calderon Margalit, Ambassador Yossi Gal, Professor Shulamit Katsav Shapira, Ambassador Irit Savion, esteemed donors and their representatives, dear teachers, faculty members and colleagues, families and guests, donors, alumni, and friends watching us online, good afternoon and welcome to the graduation ceremony of the 49th International Master of Public Health class at the Brown School of Public Health and Community Medicine, Hebrew University of Jerusalem, Hadassah Medical Center. My name is Chagit Hochner, and I have the honor of directing the IMPH program. From the vision of our founders to share Israel's accomplishments in public health with the world, and with lower resource countries in particular, this program has come a long way since its establishment in 1971. And this year, 22 graduates from 14 countries will be joining over 1,200 others. 1,200 others from over 100 countries as part of the IMPH alumni family. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and join me in welcoming the International MPH graduating class of 2023-2024. Please be seated. As you do so, please turn your mobile phones to silent mode. Thank you. Dear graduates, nearly a year ago, some of you were already on your way here. A terrorist attack of an unprecedented scale was launched by Hamas, followed by a massive retaliation by the Israeli army. Reflecting on those first weeks and the sheer number of emails I sent you, it's clear we were figuring out as we went along. Yet, despite the fears and uncertainties, all 22 of our accepted candidates stand here today, celebrating this remarkable achievement. Your trust and that of your families in our ability to safeguard your well-being is something for which we are profoundly grateful. You arrived as individuals with diverse professional and cultural backgrounds, and you transformed into a cohesive group united by the common language of public health. Throughout this year, you have learned to share, listen, and collaborate, all necessary skills for public health professionals. The unique challenges you faced this year have also revealed your extraordinary resilience and unwavering commitment to your goal of becoming public health professionals. On this momentous occasion, we can proudly declare, you've made it. Congratulations. During their course of studies here in Jerusalem, the IMPH students have come to appreciate that our school and the IMPH family have two institutional parents, the Hebrew University of Jerusalem and the Hadassah Medical Organization. We're grateful to both institutions for their ongoing support and for providing an environment that is both academically stimulating and physically comfortable. Representing the Hebrew University of Jerusalem is Ambassador Yossi Gal, Vice President for Advancement and External Relations. I am honored to invite Ambassador Gal to the stage to congratulate our graduates.
Well, thank you very much. Of the hundreds of ceremonies I'm invited to as Vice President of this university, this is the one I insist on coming when I'm in Israel, because in my opinion, this is one of the most important undertakings of the Hebrew University, of which we are all so very proud of. I'm very happy to see so many of my colleagues from my previous life, to see Ambassador Kedar or Yankale. Ambassador is for them, and to see Ambassador Savion, Irit, and to see Dubi Steinberg, where are you? And it's a pleasure seeing you all. My friends, 347 days into the bloody war that we are living through, 101 of our brothers and sisters are still held hostage in the dungeons of Gaza. Week before last, Carmel Gat, a student of ours, was executed with 5 of her fellow hostages by Hamas. Our hearts and prayers go out to her family and to all the families of the hostages. And to you, graduates, your graduation today and this very program take on a very special meaning on a year like this, because your program is all about making the world a better place to live in, a better place for mankind. Your program is a very special one because it is all about a noble Jewish idea of sharing everything you have, sharing your knowledge with those who can use it someplace else. Your program is very, very special because it's about humanity. Is about helping human beings, is about making your communities, your cities, your countries, your societies, our world a much, much, much better place. And I want to congratulate each and every one of you for making it through this very ambitious program. I want to thank our partners, first and foremost, the Peirce Foundation, for being a loyal partner for so many years in all of these programs. I want to thank my partners from the Foreign Ministry, Mashav, hoping that soon the Foreign Ministry, yes, Ambassador Savion, soon the Foreign Ministry will reinstate the scholarship support that was given to us in the past. As you can tell, we badly need it. I want to thank the leadership and the staff of the Brown School of Public Health at the Faculty of Medicine for their outstanding achievements. And last but not least, I want to thank you, the graduates of this program, and I want to wish you all lots of success in whatever the future holds for you. Thank you very much. Toda rabah.
Thank you very much, Yossi. Representing our other parental institution, the Hadassah Medical Organization, is Professor Yaniv Scherer, Director of In-Kerem Hospital Hadassah, who could not join us today, but sent greetings that I will read on his behalf. I am happy and excited to send my warm blessings and congratulations to the graduates of the class of 2023-2024 of the International Master of Public Health program. This program represents one of the highlights and most prestigious offerings of the School of Public Health and the Faculty of Medicine at the Hebrew University in Hadassah. This ceremony is excited every year, but this year is not a typical one for Israel, as we are still in the midst of a war and facing numerous public health challenges. Hadassah and the Hebrew University have been proud to play major roles in the treatment of wounded soldiers and civilians, supporting communities around the hospital, including many who have been evacuated from their homes in the south and north of Israel. We have also focused on preventive medicine and the psychological needs of these populations. I am confident that you have gained valuable knowledge and experiences through the program and that you will spread it in your home countries. On behalf of myself and the Hadassah management, I would like to thank the program leaders and offer my congratulations once again. I would like to take the opportunity to also thank Ofer Rachamim, Chaim Ben David, Caroline Mandil, and Raed Shaheen from the Hadassah Housing Office for the wonderful accommodation and care provided for our students. The Brown School is physically housed in the Faculty of Medicine of the Hebrew University and Hadassah. I would like to invite Professor Shulamit Katsav Shapira, Vice Dean for Teaching Education, to greet on behalf of the Faculty of Medicine.
Good afternoon to everyone. I'm used to speak at the medical school ceremonies where I know almost every student, and unfortunately I don't know you so well, but I'm sure and I heard that you are a great group of students, so it's an honor for me. Our dean, or the dean of the Faculty of Medicine, Professor Eli Pikarsky, has asked me to step in for him at this ceremony. These are big shoes to fill in, if anybody knows him, but I'm honored to do so. So it is a privilege for me to stand before you today as we celebrate your remarkable achievements in the International Master of Public Health program. As mentioned already before, I think it's very, very important for us Israelis to mention it, that it is a special significance for us to see you here in light of what happened here the last year. It wasn't very clear to anybody that foreign students will come. And so the fact that you had the courage and the willingness to come, although despite the difficult circumstances, demonstrate really strength and are willing to share with us as a community also the difficult times. And despite this difficult time, you managed to study and finish your degree. So as you know, I'm sure you know, public health is more than a profession. It is a calling to serve humanity, to improve the well-being of communities and to address the complex challenges of our time. I think the public health people demonstrated again and again, starting from the pandemic time, where everything was according, or we listened a lot to the public health people, and also now. So, and also in normal times, which is not normal in Israel any time, it is a very, very important issue. I think that as you leave our public health school, knowing that it's a wonderful public health school that really gave you very good tools to deal with various issues all over the world, you carry also the responsibility. Now I give you a new responsibility, which you didn't know about, and the privilege of being agents of change. And also we hope that you will serve as our ambassadors, not official ambassadors, but as our private ambassadors for Israel, for its people, and the vibrant scientific community that strived despite this really difficult time. On behalf of the Faculty of Medicine and the staff, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to each of you. We are proud of your achievements and deeply inspired by the strength and determination that you have shown. This is just the beginning of your journey, and we look forward to the great things that you will accomplish in the years to come, and for the connections, and hopefully we'll see you here in Israel in better times. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Ula. It was all planned. Although the IMPH program is academically challenging, not to say overwhelming, we also complement it with a rich social and cultural program so that our graduates return home with a deeper understanding of Israel's cultural and geographic diversity. The graduates have prepared a short video to share with us the wide range of experiences that they've had over the year. So please sit back and enjoy the 49th IMPA journey, a story of success, milestones, and memories.
Once upon a time, 22 great minds from all over the world gathered in Israel for an international Master in Public Health at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem, where academic dreams ignite, friendship flourish, and personal stories unfold against a backdrop of tradition, creativity, and innovation. Join us as we dive into the heartbeat of university life, a journey of discovery, growth, and unforgettable moments.
Academic life at the university is a thrilling challenge, a world where curiosity meets rigor, and where students push the boundaries of what they know. Every class feels like a new frontier. The long sessions and challenging work are worth it when you know you're diving into topics you're passionate about. The aspect of academic life is designed to challenge and inspire, shaping the thinkers and public health experts who turn ideas into action.
But university life isn't just about hitting the books. It's a canvas of social experiences where every day offers a new chance to connect, to create, to celebrate. Traveling to Eilat, hiking the Masada, swimming in the Red Sea, and floating in the Dead Sea.
From late-night dance-offs to cultural festivals, campus life is bursting with opportunities to forge friendships, discover new passions, and make lifelong memories. A visit to the Jordan River, a view of the Sea of Galilee, and touring the Nazareth neighborhood was breathtaking. Needless to say, enjoying and learning from the country rich in history and culture.
A city that has been a religious and spiritual epicenter for thousands of years. Having a feel of the Jewish holidays, including Hanukkah, Pesach, and Purim, made us explore and appreciate the diversity of the Holy Land.
As we wrap up our journey in Israel, we acknowledge a tapestry of experiences that go beyond classrooms and textbooks. We appreciate a vibrant, evolving story of growth, connection, and discovery. Thank you to our esteemed professors, funders, the IMPH administration, our friends and families. This wouldn't have been possible without you all.
Turkey,
Ethiopia,
Cameroon,
Ethiopia, Tanzania,
Kenya, Cameroon,
Ethiopia,
Nigeria, Cambodia,
Tanzania, India,
Cameroon,
Denmark, Moldova,
United States, South Sudan, Palestine, Zambia, India,
South Sudan, Tanzania.
We should probably open a registration desk outside. Many of the people here probably want to register after seeing this video. The International MPH program is but one of the Brown School's numerous academic activities, and it is the job of the school director to oversee and advance the school on its many fronts. It is my pleasure to invite our director, Professor Ronit Calderon-Margalit, former director of the IMPH, to congratulate our graduates.
Dear ambassadors and members of the diplomatic corps, Professor Shulamit Katsav-Shapira, Ambassador Yossi Gal, Ambassador Igrit Savion, Professor Hagit Ochner, my colleagues at the Brown School, families, friends, and last but not least, dear class of 2024. A year ago, you left your countries, your families, and your homes to come to Israel, joining the unfamiliar Brown School and new classmates. You arrived in Israel during a time of unprecedented challenges and uncertainty. You were unwavered by the situation and joined us despite the war. I think this demonstrates your resilience and commitment to your education and to public health. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge and deeply appreciate your determination and courage. This has been a very intensive year, full of studies and credits, social and cultural activities. During the past year, you worked hard, passed many exams, and acquired knowledge and skills that I hope will not only shape your personal career, but also empower you to contribute to the betterment of your communities, countries, and the world as public health experts and leaders. Many people contributed to the success of this year and your success in training. Professor Hochner will thank most, if not all of them, but let me extend my heartfelt thanks to your leader of the past year, Professor Hagit Hochner. She's definitely a remarkable director of the IMPH program. I'm grateful for her dedicated leadership, meticulous work encompassing all aspects of the program, and her sensitivity, wisdom, and grace as an enthusiastic and charismatic leader. As the school year ends, you are returning home as new members of the network of IMPH alumni, enriched with many life-changing experiences and lasting friendships. Your contribution to public health may be in research, policy making, health promotion, or management. Whatever you choose to do and wherever you go, I am confident that the knowledge you have acquired, advanced skills, and new connections will not only promote your personal career, but will also serve in your efforts to make the world a better place by promoting the health of its population. As you take this next step in your lives, please stay in touch. I hope that on your next visit to Israel, our hostages will be back home alive. There will be peace, and our society will be mended. Public health faces new and ongoing challenges that were highlighted during the past year. climate change, the emergence of non-communicable diseases in low and middle-income countries, antibiotic resistance, vaccine hesitancy, lack of health and public health professionals, wars and threats to human rights in general and women's rights in particular are just some of the main challenges we face. These will need active public health leadership. We need your actions and leadership. I would like to refer to Margaret Mead's quote, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. Let you be the people that effect change. Go on and save the world, and I wish you satisfaction, happiness, and fulfillment along this path." Congratulations, dear class of 2024. You are equipped not just with knowledge, but with hope and purpose. Go forth and do great things. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ronit, for your motivating words and for your ongoing endorsement of the IMPH in general, and especially during this difficult year. I personally could not have done it without you as a partner. Thank you. The IMPH program was established in 1971 through the support of Mashav, Israel's Agency for International Development Cooperation of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Mashav has been a vital supporter of the IMPH program since its inception and a committed collaborator in many of our other global public health training activities. It is therefore with great appreciation that I call upon Ambassador Irit Savion, Deputy Head of Mashav, to bring greetings.
Good afternoon, dear friends and colleagues, Ambassador Yossi Gal, Vice President of the Hebrew University, and I always say it in those ceremonies, one of my first mentors in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I just told him to be called ambassador near him is a great honor. Thank you. Professor Shulamit Katsav-Shapira, Vice Dean for Teaching and Education of the Faculty of Medicine, Professor Ronit Calderon Margalit, Director of the Brown School of Public Health, Professor Hagit Ochner, who is a great friend of mine, but also the director of the IMPH program, Ms. Dina Gidron, Israel representative of Pierce Foundation, ambassadors, dignitaries, students, friends, I hope all protocols observed. It is with great honor and a pleasure that I stand here today representing Mashav, Israel Agency for International Development and Cooperation, as a partner to the International Master of Public Health program in the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. Mashav has been a partner to this program for many years, and we're hopeful and looking forward to continue that for many years to come. This partnership is a lot more than words and scholarship, and hope. We share your hope that we will be back and be partners on that too. But we believe, or should I say, we know that each one of you, the graduates, upon returning to your countries, to your home, will, in your different activities and work, health, public service, private sector, medicine, will find the best way to share what you've learned here and will do your best to contribute to the health system in your respectful countries. We are honored that we were given the possibility to support that, even slightly. We also know that you will always be goodwill ambassadors of Israel and of the Hebrew University, and most of all, friends, true friends of Israel. I stand before you today with great admiration. You, who left your countries, your families, and came to study here in Israel in an international program on public health, are a very special group. Not only because those who work in health, improving health systems, those who work with their communities, trying to make this world a better, safer place, are very special people, But also, you came to Israel in a year that nobody knew when you arrived will change this country, the way we think, the way we act, the way we feel. You, who could live in any given moment, decided to stay and stand by us in very difficult times. You saw the resilience of this country, of our people, and understood that together we can continue with all the good and positive things in this country, while hand in hand supporting our soldiers, praying for the fast return of the hostages, and not letting our enemies think for a moment they can destroy this country or they can kill her spirit. I want to thank the professor of the program for all they invest personally and professionally in this program. I would like to wish you, dear graduates, lots of luck. May what you learned in this program, in this school, here in Israel, and from the Israeli experience, will help you in your future work and challenges. I'd like to thank the Vice President of the University, the Vice Dean of the Faculty of Medicine, the directors of the School of Public Health, the director of the program, and all the partners to this program for supporting it. In the spirit of these days, I wish to wish you and your families and your loved ones a Happy New Year. We're getting closer to the Jewish New Year, a year full of good blessings and health. May the new year bring us in Israel and around the world good news, peace, and prosperity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Irit, for the continuous support, assistance, and friendship. The success of this program is based on people, passion, and commitment. And it is the commitment of our generous donors that I would like now to acknowledge. The commitment represents lifetimes of hard work culminating in the desire to share and to promote global public health. We most gratefully acknowledge the scholarships received this year from the British, American, and Canadian Friends of the Hebrew University. It is also a great opportunity to thank all of our wonderful colleagues and friends from the university's Division from Advancement and External Relations for their tireless efforts on behalf of our program. Sir Trevor Pears and Pears Foundation have been our sponsors for nearly 20 years now. And we would like to take the opportunity to express the Brown School's deepest gratitude for the long-standing friendship and support in the IMPH and its alumni. I would also like to express our deepest appreciation to Ms. Dina Gidron, Israel representative of Pears Foundation, for the professional and warm relationship you have had with us for over the years. I invite Ms. Gidron to address our graduates on behalf of Pears Foundation.
Good afternoon. Thank you for asking me to speak. It's always, every year, as Ambassador Yossi Gal just said, one of the best events of the year for me, for our foundation, and we know that for you it's pretty significant as well. But we are looking out at you, having had the chance to have dinner with you last week, talk to you a little bit, and just having read your bios, met many of you. We're just so proud, and we're so honored and privileged to be able to help some of you along the way. We also are really, really proud of the Alumni Network, which is, of course, open to all of the graduates of the IMPH program. And we know that you are very special individuals. People who've spoken before me have mentioned a lot of your qualities, and we know that you will go on to do great things. And in that way, we feel you're our ambassadors, because through you, we get to do great things. So thank you Thank you very, very much for all you have done up to this point and for all you're going to do from this point onwards. Congratulations, Mazal Tov, and B'hatzlacha. Good luck.
Thank you, Dina. In keeping with our tradition of inviting alumni to deliver the keynote address, I'm deeply honored to invite our distinguished alumnus, Dr. Eugene Kunyoi. Dr. Kunyoi, originally from Cameroon, an IMPH graduate of 2006 and Pears Foundation Scholar, is currently Deputy Director of UNFPA's Humanitarian Response Division based in Geneva. Dr. Kunyoi is the recipient of the first Alumni Mentorship Award presented at our recent Pears-funded IMPH Alumni Conference in Nairobi for his guidance and inspiration for numerous mentees across sub-Saharan Africa. I turn to you, Dr. Kunyoi, to share with us your journey. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Excellencies, ambassadors, members of the government, the diplomatic corps, our distinguished scholarship donors, Professor Ronet Margalit Calderon, thank you for that leadership and commitment that is fostering the impactful and empowering environment of learning, the Brown School of Public Health. Professor Hagi Hockner, thank you for that drive that is pushing us to have that excellence, academic excellence in the IMPH program. Thank you. And Professor Mori, you have been wonderful in making sure that the alumni, that vibrant network, strong network between us as the alumni continue to grow. Thank you so much. And to the esteemed faculty members, all the faculty members, and especially my professors, including Ronit, and my professors who are over there, I'm really deeply honored. You inspire us, you inspired me particularly, and many others, to drive positive change across the world in public health. Thank you. To our fellow graduates, congratulations. Just to say, I was not lucky enough to participate in my own graduation, but I will borrow a graduation gown from you today so that I really participate fully in my own graduation. To the relatives and friends, thank you for their sacrifice and support that you have given the graduate. I know what it means. So, Shalom. I'm deeply honored to be invited to speak in this graduation ceremony after graduating from here 18 years ago through the PACE Foundation Scholarship, thanks to PACE Foundation Scholarship, an institution that transformed my life completely. When I was asked to speak to you, I said, I will not be talking about public health because you receive all the tools that you need to succeed in public health. You have the best of the best here. So I will tell you 3 stories which are about my life, and that's all, hoping that it may inspire you. And the first story that I will tell you is about following your heart, having the courage to follow your heart. I grew up in Cameroon. I was born in the Northwest province at that time in Cameroon. I grew up in a village. And by the age of 10, my dad passed away. He had third-degree burns, and when he was taken to hospital late, and he passed away. And I almost didn't go to secondary school because although I passed the common entrance to government secondary school, which was free, the principal expected a bribe. So I wasn't admitted to government secondary school. And so I almost didn't go. But my sister, who never went to school herself, stepped in and said, you are going to go to secondary school. So I went to secondary school in the most affordable secondary school that she could afford. I sent me. And when I graduated from secondary school, by the time I was graduating, my heart was telling me, you have to be a doctor. What happened to your dad shouldn't happen to anybody in this family or in this community. So I made up my mind to be a doctor. I wrote the common entrance, the entrance competitive exam to the medical school, the only medical school. And there were about 5,000 of us, but there were 60 slots to the medical school in Yaoundé. I was lucky to have that one of the slots of the 60 slots. And then 1 week to medical school, I was given a scholarship from Oxford University to study mathematics. I had to make a choice between following my heart and following the fact that there is a relief of scholarship and the fact that the prestige I was going to give. But I chose to do medicine in Cameroon, so I didn't take the scholarship. And so when I graduated from medical school, I was sent to East Cameroon at the heart of the HIV pandemic. And that showed me another dimension. I saw that being in the hospital couldn't resolve the problem. What I was seeing, the challenges we were seeing, could only be resolved with public health. That drove me to say, you have to do public health. My heart was telling me, you have to do public health. But there was no public health in Cameroon at that time. So I struggled. While waiting, I decided I'm going to specialize in obstetrics and gynecology, which was close to public health because it was MCH, and which was the closest specialty. There were only 4 specialties. I started doing it, but I didn't lose hope. I was going to do my public health I wanted to do. I registered in the school that was a long-distance public health in South Africa, which was going to take me 4 years because you have to send by post and online. It was horrible because that was the only thing I could afford. And then the admission to the Brown School of Public Health came with a scholarship of PACE Foundation. That was the relief that I had. During that time that I was doing my OBGYN specialty, I have focused on research because I knew research was important for public health. And I was collaborating with professors in Oxford University, in Auckland University, New Zealand. We were doing research. I was just there driving. And then one day my wife asked me, look, are you paid for doing all this research? All your spare time is research. Well, are you paid? And I said, I wasn't paid. He said, but your friends spend their free time in private clinic making money, and why are you spending your time doing all these things? I say, it is my heart who is telling me to do it. I'm just following my heart. So then by the time I was graduating from the IMPH program, I had a good number of publications. And before I graduated, I had an offer, the Liverpool School of Tropical Medicine, as clinical lecturer in sexual and reproductive health. So that's why I left a month earlier before my graduation. And that exposed me to another different world of things, because I was moving all over the world. There were programs, different countries, and it exposed me. So what did I learn from this lesson? I can say 2 lessons. As graduates, it will be good to follow your heart. You follow your heart. If you have that calling, it will not get you wrong. The second thing I learned is that working smart only complement working hard. It doesn't replace it. So you have to really work hard. That's the first story. The second story I want to tell is what happened 15 years ago. What I call wear your mask before helping others. We hear this on the plane every day. 15 years ago, during my routine medical checkup, I was diagnosed with diabetes, type 2, and high blood pressure at the same time. And that was shocking. I said, wow. We knew from medical school that these are chronic, incurable things that couldn't happen. But I tried to question, with my research skills, I questioned the rationale that if diabetes type 2 is caused by lifestyle, that if you change lifestyle, it won't change. So what I decided to do was not following any research protocols or standard protocols. I decided to be a patient myself and a researcher myself. And you're just following 3 steps. I will choose something to try, which is dietary or lifestyle change. I will track my blood pressure and my blood sugar. Then I will tell whether it works. If it doesn't work, I try another one. And over 2 years, I tried 30 different things. None of them worked. I was discouraged, but one day I decided that I wasn't going to eat lunch. I will stop eating lunch and see what will happen. And it was my main meal. It was tough, but I was able to survive. And after a couple of months, I lost 10 kilos, and my body mass index dropped from 26.1 to 22.8. And my blood sugar dropped to the levels I have never seen before. Then I decided I was going to stop taking diabetes medicine and see what will happen. I stopped, and the blood sugar remained normal. After 3 months, I was checking, remained normal. I went and saw my doctor and said, I think that diabetes is now reversed. He did check up and all that. It was gone. But what I couldn't tell was that well lost, I knew it was well lost, but I didn't know what was the cutoff point. Until 2 years ago, when a big Lancet publication involving more than 600,000 participants from 57 countries showed that if you are susceptible to diabetes type 2 and your body mass index is 23 and above, you have very high risk of developing diabetes. But I didn't know that cutoff point until 2 years ago. But I wrote my book before the Lancet publication. I wrote a book called No Pill, No Needle 3 years ago before the Lancet publication. There, I continued. I said, but weight loss doesn't control the high blood pressure. So I continued trying to see how can high blood pressure be managed. I continued for the next 2 years. I tried a total of 70 different things, and none was working for high blood pressure. I was surprised because I thought high blood pressure could be controlled easily than diabetes, but it turned out to be the reverse. Then one day, I decided, thinking about what Professor Elliot Berry was teaching us nutrition, and saying that he has to wear a speedometer and moving around and exercising, making sure that he makes 5,000 steps every day before he sleeps. I say, I'm going to be doing exercise, sports. I'm going to be running and doing jogging 1 hour a day, every day. And when I did that, after a couple of months down, I looked at my blood pressure. It was now normal, very low. I stopped blood pressure medicine, and the blood pressure was gone. It was gone. So I said, maybe I found it. So what I learned, since then I stopped all it. What I learned, so I stopped blood pressure medicine, I stopped diabetes medicine. What I learned from it, one, is that weight loss is this cornerstone for reversing type 2 diabetes. 2, that exercise, especially moderate to high intensity exercise, is the centerpiece for controlling high blood pressure. Although the other factors matter, but these are things we were never taught in medical school. We just say there are many factors. We don't say which one is the most important, right? And the third thing is that wear your mask before helping others, because your health is your greatest wealth. The fourth thing I discovered is that motivation will keep you going, but motivation will get you started, but what will keep you going is a habit. You need to establish a routine that you follow. And the last thing is that exercise is the king, nutrition is the queen. Combine the two and you have a kingdom. All right? And now my last story, and we are done. The last story I will tell you is about what I found in Mali. It's about community ownership as a foundation for resilient health system. Often we talk about building a resilient health system, but we don't know what that health system is. We just say thinking about strong. But what happened, I went to Mali, that was 2019, as UNFPA representative. So when I reached there, before reaching there, I looked at the data on maternal mortality, and it was relatively low compared to most sub-Saharan Africa. It was 325. Ghana was 320. The rest of the countries around, very high, 500. The average is 550, and the rest were even some are 600 and all that. But given the humanitarian situation in Mali, I couldn't reconcile what I was seeing in terms of maternal mortality and the situation in the country. So when I reached, the first thing is that I asked the staff in the office, can you explain to me what is happening? And it was DHS data comparing DHS data across different countries. It was the same methodology used in these data. They couldn't tell me. I went to the Ministry of Health, I asked the authorities. I didn't have any answer. So I started suspecting and said, well, maybe the Mali women, they have the morphology that prevent them from dying during pregnancy, and I don't understand what is happening here. But the day I went to the field, I visited a hospital, and the last day, I decided I'm going to visit a health center. It wasn't the program. I went to the health center, and the discussion got interesting. I sat down in the health center for 2 hours asking questions to the health center staff to understand how the health system functions. And what did I get from them? The health center in Mali is, before a health center is set up, is created, there must be a request coming from the community, and they will form an association called ASACO, which means Association of Community Health, made up of villages that will be covered by the health center. And that association will request to the minister that we want a health center. And once it is granted, the ASACO is responsible for the governance of the health center. So the ASACO, and what does the government do? The government takes responsibility in terms, because ASACO manages the health center, ensuring governance, accountability, running of the health center is the ASACO. And it is made up of the village representatives, a representative from the council, local council, and a representative from the health center itself, who is usually the medical officer. Then the government sends money annually to the health center, and it doesn't pass through different layers, as it happened in many countries. It passed through different layers. The money disappears along the way. It goes directly to that health center, and the ASACO is responsible. And the ASACO knows that what the government gives is not enough, so they also do some budgeting, and then share to the different villages, and based on the number of families that the villages have, they share to different villages, And the village representatives take it to the villages. They take it to the villages and say, this is what we need to contribute for this health center for us to have free services. And then the villagers contribute. And then they take it back to the health center. When they come to the health center, they have a card which is services are free. And they also, when they need referral to a higher health center, secondary or tertiary, it is also free referral. But the higher level is not well organized like the primary. That's where they have out-of-pocket payment at higher level. Another issue is human resources for the health center. The government deploy human resources to health center, but they are not enough. Their SACCO will look at the funding that they have and recruit additional resources to cover up the gaps. And the council, because it's part of their SACCO, can also contribute in providing funding for staffing. And so they have a system that they own. They have the staff that they own and manage. Now, in terms of community health, there are community health workers that go from house to house, sensitizing and providing basic services. They come and report to the health center on a weekly basis. But the gap there is that the community health workers were not in the government payroll. And when I look at this system, it was similar to the system I saw in Ethiopia, because I visited and saw the system, and similar system that operated in Rwanda. And these two countries are countries that achieved the Millennium Development Goals on maternal and child mortality, because they have very strong primary healthcare system. It was similar, but the only difference was that Mali system the community health workers were not in government payroll. That was the only difference. So they were being paid by partners, donors, and some places they were not being paid because partners were not there, and so it wasn't that. But they were close to achieving the MDGs, but they didn't. When I came back, I told the Minister of Health that, Minister, I've seen something striking in your country. I explained to him. The Minister told me, thank you, because I was under pressure from senior government officials to actually build tertiary hospital, change the system and build, because we were referring people for critical illnesses to other countries, neighboring countries. And I told the minister, if you do that, those neighboring countries, their mortality is even higher than your country, and you are spending less. If you did that, you want to have more mortality because they spend more and they're having less results. So this system is the best. If you want tertiary, maintain this system. You have additional resources. You can build tertiary hospital, but don't change this system. And so I told the minister, we need to document this lesson, because I can't imagine that there was something like this and no one knows, nobody was telling me and asking questions. So we had to document it. Just to say, what I learned from that system, there are two lessons. One, that if you need to build a resilient system, you need to get the community health system involved. Because the level of humanitarian issues that were in Mali was not that they will have that level of maternal mortality compared to their neighboring countries. And the second lesson I learned was that the government commitment. Government commitment is about money, funding, but it's also about setting up a system that the money reaches where it's supposed to reach. It's not just giving money and then it doesn't reach where it's supposed to reach. And that happened. So those are the two lessons. And those are my three stories. And I will conclude. Just to say, in this particular moment, the technological advances are so enormous. We see the AI, we see big data analytics, genomics, we see telemedicine, and so they are disrupting the public health ecosystem. I'm very humble because I know very little about these new advances in technology and how we can even apply them in public health. So what I will say is that while humility has been known to be a key quality of leaders over centuries, it has become even more important now, because we are operating in an environment that we really cannot know how it operates, and we need to really be humble. The second thing is that for the graduate, for your success and to go really far where you want to go, integrity will be critical, because it will guide you during those difficult times, and it will help you navigate and keep you on the right path, even when there are critical challenges before you. So those are my key advice. And I would like to end here by saying thank you to the Brown School of Public Health. Thank you to the PEFS Foundation for seeing the potential in me and taking the risk that you want to try whether this will work. But I say thank you. I hope I didn't really disappoint you. All right. Thank you. Okay.
Before you leave the stage, I would like, just a minute. I would like to present you with this small token of appreciation for coming here and for inspiring us with your talk. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Eugene. In 2018, our esteemed colleague, Professor Jeremy Kark, passed away. Jeremy was the son of the founders of the Brown School, Sidney and Emily Kark. Expanding upon the foundations laid by his parents, Jeremy emerged as a worldwide renowned leader in epidemiology, and with his contributions significantly advancing the fields of epidemiology and global public health. In his memory, Jeremy's wife, Professor Ruth Kark, his daughter, Professor Ronit Kark, and the family established the Jeremy Kark Legacy Prize for Academic Excellence, awarded annually to an international MPH student. This year, this prize is awarded to Dr. İlknur Ayvaz from Turkey in recognition of her outstanding academic performance in the research track. I'm honored to call upon the stage Professor Ronit Kark and Jeremy's granddaughter, Klil, to present the prize, and to İlknur Ayvaz, this year's recipient. Thank you.
So I'm honored to be here on behalf of the Kark family. When I thought today again about this amazing program, to me, this program is like a rare island of optimism and hope and inspiration in these very dark days of Israel. And there's a song by Wisława Szymborska, who got the Nobel Prize, a Polish writer, about this island called Utopia. Unshakable confidence towers over the valley. Its peaks offers an excellent view of the essence of things. For all its charms, the island is uninhibited, and the faint footprints scattered on its beaches turn without expectation to the sea, as if all you can do here is leave and plunge never to return into the depths. And I think that the island you had formed here, also based on the golden standard of my father and grandparents, is not an island of utopia. It is a real island of faith that people walk into this island and not walk out of it. And to all of the graduates, and specifically to you, but to all of you, I want to wish, using the words of Eva Kilfi, who's 96, she's a Finnish writer, so she kept her health, thinking about the previous talk. And I translated it because I couldn't find it in just in Finnish and Hebrew. This morning, I decided not to write, in her words, probably not to work, and plant a rose. This is what is needed for a person to be happy. Work that can be abandoned, sharav, a heat wave, to feel that the neglect is justified, and childhood, in my words, life history, experience, and learning, from which it will be possible to pick a June rose as a support for old age. And my dad was known for his love of the garden, and I want to wish you all to have actually work to abandon and to have excuses from time to time, to really justified excuses to leave your work and go and work in the garden or do other things to have, for it to be possible for you to have some support for other people and for you in older ages. And my mom, being an historian, found this when she was organizing the house, so we decided we'll share it with you. So this is a 1970 brochure of the public health program. And in the back of the three that we found, they were each used, I think, as posters for conferences, because there wasn't probably papers for the conferences. So I think this tells a lot about how strong standing this, I'll just show you another one because the handwriting is so beautiful. So this is the way they used to present posters, I guess, in 1970. But I think this tells a lot about the history of this MPH program and all the years that have passed. And I'm wishing many more happy years and congratulations on your wonderful achievements. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ronit, Lil, Ruti. We miss Jeremy a lot. In 2022, Dr. Osnat Kedar passed away, and the Brown School lost a colleague and a close friend. Osnat was an educator and professional in public health with unique expertise in health promotion in the education system. She was a teacher in our school and also worked at the Center for Women's Heart Health in Hadassah. Osnat's husband, Ambassador Jacob Kedar, and her family founded the Dr. Osnat Kedar Memorial Prize. The prize is awarded this year to Dr. Vidit Panchal from India in recognition of his excellent academic performance and for writing a master paper with significance for health promotion. I invite to the stage Ambassador Jacob Kedar and Vidit Panchal.
Dear Ambassador Yossi Gal, dear guests and friends, dear faculty members, and dear graduates of the 49th class of the International Masters of Public Health program. It is my pleasure to present to Dr. Vidit Panchal the Dr. Osnat Kedar Memorial Prize, also on behalf of my children who are here today. Well done, Vidit, and many best wishes to you and to your fellow graduates. And to your fellow graduates. And the prize is in recognition of your excellent academic performance and for writing a master paper with significance for health promotion in the International Master of Public Health program. You and your colleagues actually made it through a very, very challenging year. Well done. Thank you. We give this prize so we may remember Osnat's many academic achievements and her love to the Brown School of Public Health and to her students. Unfortunately, her teaching and research career was cut short by her illness, and she passed away more than 2.5 years ago. Osnat was a faculty member for many years, and her passion was teaching the IMPH program and giving them knowledge and proper tools to use when they return to their countries. She was a school teacher for decades, which made her a talented and well-loved lecturer. In addition, Osnat had a unique combination of field research experience and of profound academic research skills. She was always enthusiastic to share her knowledge with her students. She implemented a health promotion program introducing running water and hygiene in schools, thereby changing the lives of thousands of children in Korogocho, one of the poorest areas in Africa, in Kenya. And we have the Kenyan ambassador here. She is still remembered there as Mama Korogocho. Her project continues and expands even today, 14 years after she left Kenya. Here you can see some photos from what she did. She was able to use her professional abilities in Switzerland, where we lived for 5 years. She worked in the main hospital in Bern, the Inselspital, as a researcher on health issues related to migrants, refugees, and asylum seekers. This year, a new book will be published, which was not worked on before she was prematurely taken from us. It is a book in German on health of refugees and asylum seekers, of which she was a co-editor. And this book is dedicated to her by her co-editor colleagues. She was very proud of her work in Nairobi and in Switzerland. This and all the students she taught will remain her legacy. So congratulations again upon your graduation, and make good use of everything you learned in the Hebrew University. Thank you very much. Well done.
Thank you so much, Yaakov. In Nairobi, many of Osnat's students were attending, and I can tell you that she is definitely remembered there. Thank you very much. I would like to take the opportunity to express my gratitude to the fabulous members of the IMPH team. Ms. Natalie Poni Al-Haddad, the administrative coordinator, and Ms. Irina Sam'an, the program secretary. Your unwavering dedication and commitment to ensuring the program runs smoothly and to the highest standard while always going above and beyond are deeply appreciated. I cannot thank you enough for all that you are doing, literally 24/7. I would like to thank Ms. Adi Seri, the IMPH social coordinator, who in her first year in this role expertly navigated the many challenges of ensuring our students' safety and social well-being during this unusual year. Thank you. Enormous thanks to Dr. Ronit Zinreich, the school's academic coordinator, for overseeing all academic aspects of the program, for knowing everything, and for always being there. I would like to acknowledge and thank the tireless work done by Dr. Maureen Maloney, the IMPH Alumni Academic Coordinator, and Ms. Shira Nanavati, our Alumni Communications Coordinator, in maintaining close contact and professional collaboration with hundreds of our graduates across the globe and sharing with the world what the program and our alumni are doing. And this year, also for leading the organization of the memorable alumni meeting in Nairobi. Thank you so much for that. We are so grateful for having Professor Yehuda Newmark on our team as our charismatic coordinator of external relations. Yehuda is stuck on his way here due to cancellation of flights, but he's always with us in his spirit, definitely. So thank you, Yehuda. I would also like to express our deep gratitude to Ms. Edna Yoshpe Perez, the school's administrative director, Ms. Odaya Ansbacher, and Mr. Harvey Sher, who go out of their way, really, to help the IMPH in every way they possibly can. Thank you very much. Finally, though not officially part of the IMPH team, you are undoubtedly a cornerstone of the program. I want to extend our sincere appreciation to all the teachers, advisors, reviewers, and guest lecturers for being integral to this academic excellence. Your dedication and commitment have been crucial to making this achievement possible. So thank you so much for that. And now I am delighted to welcome Och, one of our two class representatives who took on this significant responsibility at the start of the year, and Paola Ines, whose master's thesis, supervised by Professor Ora Paltiel, was graded top in the class. They will now share a few words on behalf of the graduating cohort. So please, Och and Paola.
Thank you. Dear Vice President of the Hebrew University, Vice Dean of the Faculty of Medicine, Director of Brown School of Public Health and Community Medicine, Director of the International Master of Public Health Program, dear teachers, faculty and administrative staff, esteemed donors, members of the Diplomatic Corps, dear family and friends, all due protocols observed. We are deeply honored to stand before you today, representing the 49 IMPH cohort, to share our extraordinary journey. It began with bold steps and the excitement of stepping into a new world, anticipating leaving behind our friends and family, facing the distance from home, and embracing a new life in Israel. Our journey took an unexpected turn when the tragic events of October 7th disrupted our plans. We began the semester with online classes, spending long hours in front of our laptops and dealing with connectivity challenges. Given the situation, many of us were unsure whether it was safe to come to Israel or not, as the ongoing war heightened our fears. However, the unwavering support of the IMPH and Brown School's directors and staff assured us well. They took every precaution to ensure our safe arrival with the vital support of the British Friends of the Hebrew University. Once in Israel, we transitioned to in-person training. Despite the uncertainties, we grew closer, forming deep bonds and supporting one another like a family, especially during our first encounter with rocket sirens. We celebrated birthdays, late-night parties, and weddings, all of which strengthened our bond. Group work taught us valuable skills in handling different dynamics and personalities. Over time, we adapted to new cultural norms, from Shabbat transportation restrictions to discovering pita bread, hummus, and falafel. Our class pushed us to think creatively and explore new perspectives. We engaged in a wide variety of public health courses, ranging from epidemiology to qualitative methods, and from sociology to health economics. Our teachers went the extra mile to help us, even during late hours, making us feel like a part of their large and caring community. We gained first-hand insights into the Israeli healthcare system through visits to key sites. At Meir Medical Center, we observed a drill session, providing a glimpse into preparedness procedures. At Magen David Adom, we learned about the operation of emergency services, and our visit to the Abu Ghosh Clinic gave us an understanding of the maternal and childhood clinic functioning, among other highlights. These experiences, along with practical lessons from our COPC class, are invaluable as we return to our home countries.
In addition to our academics journey, our time in Israel was enriched by unforgettable social and cultural experiences. We explored the beautiful streets of the whole city of Jerusalem, captivated by the rich history embedded in every corner. Our trip to Eilat offered a refreshing gateway with its stunning coastal beauty and opportunities for snorkelings in the crystal clear waters. We also ventured north, visiting the Sea of Galilee, Nazareth, Caesarea, and Capernaum, each site revealing layers of Israel's fascinating history and culture. Our visit to the Old Acres Museum provided poignant and moving insight into a crucial part of history. This treasured moment throughout the year had a profound meaning to our experience, deafening admirations of Israel's diverse cultural and religious heritage. As our journey comes to closure, we reflect on how faithful the program has fulfilled its mission. It has equipped us with the skills and knowledge needed to improve the health of our communities and effect lasting change. As our esteemed Professor Yuda says, life is far more complex than a simple 2x2 table. We are committed to applying what we have learned to build healthier societies. Moreover, as Professor Adam Rose often says, stepping into a role as Ministers of Health will allow us to extend our impact even far across the public health system. We certainly aspire to meet these high expectations. We would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our generous donors. Your support has been crucial in ensuring the success of the IMPH program. This success would have not been possible without the dedication of the IMPH administrative staff, Arena, Natalie, and Adi, and of our outstanding teachers. And for that, we thank you immensely. On behalf of the IMPH 49, we would like to present a token of our appreciation to the entire IMPH staff for the invaluable support throughout this year. We invite Professor Ronit, Director, Brown School of Public and Community Medicine, and Professor Agit Ogna, the Director of the IMPH program, to accept the gift on behalf of the entire administration and staff. I call upon Sarah Haken Dre to present the gift. We are also deeply grateful to our beloved families and friends whose steadfast support has been a beacon during our stay in Israel. Finally, a special thanks to our incredible classmates, the class of 2024. Your love, care, and support throughout the year has been exceptional. Thank you all for being such an essential part of this journey. As we continue in our careers, let us leverage the lesson learned and the connection made to advance public health and make a meaningful impact in our respective countries. We thank you.
Thank you so much, Ines and Sarah. Dear class, you have now reached the end of a year filled with hard work and discovery, and you are beginning the next chapter of your journey. As Professor Calderon Margalit has mentioned, the challenges in public health worldwide are ongoing and ever evolving. Many of these challenges are driven by the social and political systems within our countries. Interestingly, Rudolf Virchow, the German pathologist and one of the founders of social medicine, recognized this as early as the 19th century. In his view, medicine and public health, when applied politically, had the power to transform society. He believed that politics and social systems could have profound positive or negative effects on public health, and that both the politician and the physician share a moral obligation to heal society. Sadly, although the potential for politics to positively impact society has long been acknowledged, political leaders often fail to prioritize health, well-being, social justice, equity, and fairness. This is where our mission as public health professionals begins, to fill this void and work toward these goals. To succeed, you will need to draw on the vast toolbox of skills and knowledge you have gained, along with the ability to recognize the needs and sometimes the suffering of others. You will need to put aside personal opinions and beliefs at times. Do not judge, be compassionate, stay committed, and never give up. You are now a valuable and welcome addition to the distinguished community of IMPH alumni, bringing pride to your families, countries, as well to the school, Hebrew University, and Hadassah. High expectations indeed await you, and I'm confident you will rise to meet them. On a personal note, I am deeply saddened that as this year concludes, the war in our region continues. We should not forget that there cannot be health without peace. I wholeheartedly wish for the end of this conflict, the cessation of suffering and loss of innocent lives, and the safe return of all hostages. Okay, making a sharp shift, it has become somewhat of a tradition in our graduation celebrations for the graduates to share a brief glimpse into their national cultures. So, dear graduating class, I invite you to come up to the stage to mark the conclusion of the first segment of our ceremony. Okay. While our graduates are getting ready to receive their Master of Public Health degree, I would like to acknowledge all those who led and contributed to this ceremony. So first and foremost, to Natalie, Irina, and Adi, they're outside, for their exhaustive work on every detail that makes up this extraordinary event, and to Shira for coordinating all social media aspects. So thank you very much. I also wish to thank Mr. Shimshon Nehemia, Shimshon Toda Rabba, for his help with the technical matters, and to Ms. Eti Mizrahi, Ms. Pnina Abrams, and Mariel Kashi from Hadassah, and to Mr. Coriel Ben-Tzvi from Hebrew University for the excellent assistance in the preparations for the ceremony in the campus. I would like to invite Professor Calderon Margalit and Dr. Ronit Zinreich to the stage to present the degrees. So please bear with us. Our students are getting ready. And Professor Shula Katsav, could you join us too, please? Thank you. This is something that we have to work on. I promise you that the next year we'll work out the logistics of the preparations. We're waiting for the graduates to make another entrance, this time a totally new look. Eugene, you see what they're doing outside, right? Okay, so choose the size you need and tear it off. כן, הם לא מוכנים. הם מתלבשים. Do you want to dance? Maybe this is, next year we're going to do a dance for them. Okay. The graduates seem pretty ready, right? Okay, great. So dear graduates, please join us back in the auditorium for the moment that you have been long awaiting, receiving the Master of Public Health degree. It is my honor and pleasure to call upon the Hebrew University International Master of Public Health graduates of 2023-2024 to receive their degrees. Begesha Adamu Mulo from Ethiopia. לא נפתח. חזי לא לפתוח. לא לפתוח. Congratulations. Shane Suilan from Cambodia. Congratulations. No. Constance David from Kenya. Daniel Israel Samuelson from Denmark. Ayoel Hapte Gabriel from Ethiopia, graduating magna cum laude. İlknur Ayvaz from Turkey, graduating summa cum laude. Joseph Asenga from Tanzania. Karam Khaled from the Palestinian Authority. Margaret Okweche from Nigeria. Martin Joseph Ngonyani from Tanzania. Migema Kulwa Gassani from, from Tanzania. Moch Jain from South Sudan. Defon Juang from Cameroon. Defon was here the first and the bravest, I guess. On the 8th of October, she landed here. And Paola Ines Kuwawa from Cameroon, graduating magna cum laude. Roman Kobiletsky from Moldova. Sarah Haken-Dray from the United States. Selina Poni-Gorle from South Sudan, graduating magna cum laude. Vidit Panchal from India, graduating magna cum laude. Wilfried Ganiwele from Cameroon. Wonderson Ofole from Ethiopia. Ofola, I'm sorry. Yvette Bwewe from Zambia. And last but not least, Zeba Ali from India. With that, I hereby call to a close the graduation ceremony of the 49th International Master of Public Health Program. Thank you very much, everybody. You are all cordially invited to join us for a reception in honor of our graduates on the patio just outside of this door. Shalom and leitraot. And please, graduates, stay here with us for the fancy photos, okay? Take care.